Well, here we are again, back in Mittenrahm at the town of Valel, which we'll take a look at in a minute. Just a little teaser. Anyway, this is a naturally occurring lake, which I decided to have a little bit of fun with. I didn't do too much, but in this very awkward stream. Purely because of this place. This is not natural. I dug this out just so I could put the waterfall in, basically. I need to come back at some point, and I think I'm just going to stick a room in of some kind. I don't know what exactly, but I'll get to that at some point. So I dressed this up all a little bit. I think the tree was here. I definitely don't remember growing one. And this was closed off. I just decided to open it out for some reason. I'm not entirely sure. And then the stream carries on, and another pool up here was connected to it. And it widens a bit. I was originally going to take it over to this hole and take it down and basically spilled it out into this naturally occurring lake and built a little fishing house. Nothing fancy, just a house. I do feel like it could do with something a little extra that says people fish here. Well, I'm not really sure what that would be. It's not like there are fish racks available in the game. It would be a nice touch. I mean, you can put down a bookshelf and say, hey look, this is a library. Or you can put down an anvil and say, this is a blacksmith. How do you tell people that you are working in a fishing hut, in a fishmonger's? I mean, none of the new stuff they added, I don't think, really carries it. Oh well. So, actually, I think I mentioned at the end of the previous video, I did installed, like I swapped over the road from the glowstone to side lighting, and so that's all been done along the whole length, which I'm not going to show you because that would be a complete waste of everybody's time. So this is my first attempt at a dog statue. I modified the snout in honor of somebody I know who recently had their pet bull terrier die. Gave it a little bit of the slant that bull terriers are known for. If you take away this upper part, it really does look like a Minecraft dog. It didn't help that I decided to conduct this experiment by using the sitting position. Definitely could have done with sticking to the standing, because it just simplified all of the block shapes. But I think it came out fairly well. I think it's usable. I don't think I'll make many changes if I move forward, put any more in. Menace to myself sometimes. do have questions still. Like, I think this was a marker for a potential statue. Several of them were. That's for an originally planned humanoid statue. The ones I normally do. I was considering putting a person stood next to the dog. That's really fallen by the wayside, so it's possible I might put a few houses along the road. Is that a lake? Oh. This really ought to have a gate. It obviously doesn't, which is kind of weird because you'd think that they would be concerned about attacks coming from this direction, is where the other end is the way where all of the gate has been done. This is obviously not new. Well, the place has been here for years. You can find it in a previous video if you're patient enough to wade through them. I've recently added decorative stuff like these. It's based on some other people's work. Tried to make the buildings a little more less bland and added in the stripped oak to replace just the planks. This is the dog who posed for me. And basically he's what I had sat next to the statue the whole time that I was building it. So yeah, there's very little extra been done. You see the gate is pretty distinct here. And also made some decorative changes to these. Not very much. Put some roof extension, like to do the overhang that I usually put on buildings. Put some support work in there. I've tried tweaking a little bit. I may do more. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, there's a few bits and pieces I think I still need to do here, but I've been flitting about doing all sorts in all sorts of locations. Oh, also this. Somebody I saw posted a picture of the Naboo starfighter that the Mandalorian has now acquired. I decided they did a really good job of it. It looks really nice. I decided to rebuild it using the box that I normally typically use when I'm building things for the Grey Knights. I haven't gone all the way with everything that they were doing. They used a lot of trapdoors to keep things thin. I've stuck to just half blocks at the minimum. The colouring went in last. Decided it needed something. Modified the cockpit as well. It's not the same as the one they use. Made it a little flatter. The gun underneath is obviously an addition, and I may get rid of it. I used to use brewing stands to do this, but the grindstone seems to work really well. I actually originally built this down here, but I decided it was a weird position for it. It didn't look right. It just seems better floating here next to the tower. But I placed it wrong the first time, and when I moved it backwards, it left behind this as an artifact. And I just looked at it and I thought, you know what? I'm going to go with it. So this is how we end up with this modified version of a Naboo starfighter. And then finally, actually, these markings for potential work. Plus actually potential to put in a walled garden area. This is old, so is this. This stuff has been built up over a couple of occasions, but most of it was done fairly recently. I've obviously put the giant portal in. This isn't very new. This is only done the last 2 weeks. Destroyed, and still need to do some dressing up on it. I may actually do that first thing today. And then the fake forest has been put in, suggesting there was some sort of incursion that destroyed part of the forest. I'm not sure how much of the desert will be converted. Marked out a nice place for a small farm of some kind. And then this is marking a mine entrance shaft, or access to a mine shaft, that actually connects to this ravine. It's the same mine shaft. It comes out here, can be accessed down there. I'm not really sure what I'll do about it, but you know, it's an option. But yeah, as I say, I'm not too sure how far I want to take this. I think most of this damage is done. I'm looking at whether or not I'm going to convert the entire desert into a pseudo-savanna that kind of represents the remains of the original forest, or just kind of leave it at this small place. I don't know. It's got me scratching my head a little bit. And then the last thing I've done was very trivial terrain alteration. There's two ravines here, both truncated by the presence of the water. I dug this one through to connect them both. That was flat where the iron is, so I dug that back a little bit. And then this was added because it's actually the ravine itself extended back, and I just decided to fill it in to close it off and seal off a leak in the lake. It's minor addressing of stuff. It's not really important. It's not meant to mean anything. It just is. So that's what I've been doing, and I'm going to carry on working here with a few bits and pieces that I would like to put in. But that covers it. So I shall say adieu.